So in number 1, if there are 7 days in a week, how many weeks are in 259 days? The wording of that's a little bit confusing, but if we think about it, we're looking for how many weeks there are in 259 days. So we want to know how many weeks. So in order to find the number of weeks, we need to divide. And so 259 goes in our little house, that's our dividend. And 7 goes on the outside of the house, which is our divisor. And so now we need to go ahead and start dividing. So how many times does 2 go into 7? Well, it goes how many times does 7 go into 2? And it goes 0 times. So 7 times 0 is 0, and 2 take away 0 is 2. And then we bring down the 5. And I actually forgot to write my little DMSB step off to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that now. And we're going to check the steps off as we go, just like we learned in class. So we did the whole DMSB process one time, and now we're going to go through again. So 7 goes into 25 3 times. 7 times 3 is 21. Then we subtract. 25, take away 21, leaves us with 4. And then our last step is to bring down. So we bring down the 9, and then we start again. So 49 divided by 7, or 7 going into 49 is 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Then I subtract 49, take away 49, leaves me with 0. And I can't do any more bringing down because I'm done with all of my place values. And so I know that my quotient, or my answer, is 37. I didn't have anything left over, so there was no remainder in this situation. But just to double check that I divided correctly, I'm going to go back and multiply my divisor times my quotient to see if I get back to the answer, or the dividend, and I do. So there are 37 weeks in 259 days. And the wording of that problem was a little confusing, but hopefully you got it. All right, now let's go on to another example. So everyone is given the same number of colored pencils in art. If there are 249 colored pencils and 8 students, how many pencils does each student get? How many pencils does each student get? So we know the total number of pencils, and we know the number of students. And so to find out how many each will get, we are going to, again, divide. So I'm going to write my DMSB off to the side before I forget. And again, we're trying to find the number of pencils that each student gets. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and divide. 249 divided by 8 students. So we're going to start by dividing. And obviously 8 goes into 2 0 times. 8 times 0 is 0. 2 take away 0 is 2. And then we bring down the 4. So now we're going to find out how many times 8 goes into 24. 8, 16, 24. It goes 3 times. Then we multiply. 3 times 8, well, that gives us a perfect 24. Then we subtract 24 minus 24, and we get 0. And our last step is to bring down the 9. How many times does 8 go into 9? Well, it goes just once. 1 times 8 is 8. And I actually ran out of room here. And so 9 take away 8 leaves us with 1. So we got a quotient of 31 with a remainder of 1, and we don't have any more place values to bring down, so we know that we're finished. To check our work, we're going to multiply our quotient 31 times our divisor, which was 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 1 of our remainder, and we get 249. So then to finish off my word problem, each student gets 31 pencils.